Hey guys, so I'm back with another Alchemy Stars video, and in this video, I want to go over the Calamity Codex, particularly the boss for this week. I've had a couple of people ask me about this, so I figured why not make a video. And as you can see, I've already done this particular boss this week, but we can still go over this. I'll start by saying in terms of being able to get the maximum amount of points, all you have to do is reach the glistening diamond level. That will give you the max amount of lumamber and boxes, so you don't need to get to the Paragon or Legendary stage to get the maximum amount of rewards. You have to get 1.2 million damage to get to the glistening diamond rank. So you only have to get 300,000 damage per team in order to get to the glistening diamond level. If you want to get the maximum amount of lumamber with only losing out on a couple of boxes, all you have to do is reach the platinum level, which is 500,000 damage. With this, you only need to do 125,000 damage per team, and then you'll get the maximum amount of lumamber. You'll just miss out on a couple of boxes. So in terms of the boss for this week is Nefarious Connolly, and she's obviously a water unit, so you'll benefit from using thunder characters against this particular boss. Each of these bosses in the Calamity Codex have skills and abilities, and of course, obviously their own mechanics. For this particular boss, she's going to enhance herself each round, and she's going to enhance based on the damage taken. Each enhancement stack is going to increase her attack by 10%. She'll also get an attack increase by 8% and defense increase by 5% each round. So she gets a lot of attack over time, so you really want to try to be able to do a lot of damage at the onset of the battle when her defensive stats are lower. She also has another ability, and she spawns tentacles on the field, and it basically hinders your ability to move around and blocks your ability to do larger combos, which is kind of annoying. The tentacles have their own HP gauges, and a certain amount will be generated each round, so they do start getting in the way of you being able to do combos and moving around. So you will want to use characters that will be able to sort of deal with the tentacles. The tentacles can only be hit by active skills and combo skills, so your regular attacks when you pass by them won't hit the tentacles. So since she's a water unit, you will want to use thunder characters against her. And the reason I say that is not only because she's weak against it, but when you use the element that counters the boss's element, in this case, thunder units, you'll get bonus damage from using the thunder units. As it says right here, Aurorian element counter damage plus 100%. So when you use thunder characters, you're getting plus 100% damage, so they will do more damage. So my strategy for all of these Calamity Codex is to basically use as many characters as possible that are the counter elements, so I get this bonus damage. So in this case, I'll use as many thunder characters as I can, whether it's the main element of the character or secondary elements of the characters. I'll basically mix and match the teams so that they include as many characters as I can of the counter element. Obviously, I can't use all thunder units. We just don't have enough converters to do that. So it's beneficial to throw in converters of different elements just so you're able to do large combos during the battle. It'll allow you to proc Aurora time as much as possible, which is really good. Aurora time is going to give you an extra turn to do damage. Another thing I want to mention is characters with combos or active skills with a wide attack range are really useful for bosses like Connolly or even the barrel boss that we had, because those types of skills can clear the tentacles or the crystals, and you can basically use active and combo skills that hit a wide range to get rid of as many of those as you possibly can from the field before more get generated in the next turn. So once you get into the battle, you also get some more information here, like the boss is immune to stun, frighten, paralysis, controlling effects. They're also immune to aggro, repel, and other passive displacement effects. They're immune to burn, poison, bleed, and other types of damage over time attacks. Attack increases by 8%, and defense increases by 5% each round. And the monster increases its attack by 10% after each enhancement stage. So that's really what you need to know. You can't really use damage over time stuff here. You really have to just use raw attack. So let's go in and do the boss. And basically, it's really good to start off strong in this, especially since her defense is going to increase, so your damage over time is going to be less. So it's quite beneficial to start off really strong in the first turn. So I am trying to, in the very least, get a large combo here. I really want to proc Aurora Time. So I'm trying to make sure I proc Aurora Time so I can follow up with another attack. And I would like my large combo to include hitting around the boss, because then all of my characters are going to be able to attack, and I can get a large amount of damage just on the first turn. And then I'm just going to set myself up for the next turn. But I already have close to 300,000 damage just on the first turn. So it's really good to start off strong, especially since she's going to be getting more defense every turn that passes. It's also good to be able to use your combo skills or active skills to take out the tentacles. I did find that Requiem's active skill, for whatever reason, doesn't hit the tentacles. But other characters' active skills do hit the tentacles. I used a number of characters that do long-range attacks, like Revi, or a character like Sinsa, whose active skill actually hits a large amount of the screen, and it does attack the tentacles. But as you can see, I'm trying right now to be able to do a 15 combo, so I'm able to do another turn, which, Iridon's skill is very useful for being able to do that, as you can see. It's also very useful to be able to do these type of large combos so that you continue to heal up, since Connolly does do quite a bit of damage to you. So keeping your health up is really important. You want to be able to use up as many rounds as possible. And this is basically what you need to do. You want to be able to do damage to her, but at the same time, you do want to keep the amount of tentacles that are on the field down. It's sort of a balancing act that you have to do with this, because the tentacles, as you can see, they're taking up a lot of the tiles I could have used to do a bigger combo. So they are quite annoying. They don't just limit your mobility, they limit your ability to do large combos as well. So I'm really trying to set these combos up to be able to do my combo skill to wipe out some of these tentacles to get them off the field, because she's just going to spawn more when the next turn comes in, and you just want to minimize them as much as possible. So as you can see, normally Requiem's skill hits everything on the field. It will not attack the tentacles. But other active skills, like I said, Revi's skill, any skill like that is going to hit these tentacles and get rid of them. Their HP does increase over time, so if you're able to one-shot them early on, as the turns progress, you may not be able to one-shot the tentacles. But as you can see, Granru's skill is absolutely insane for that. Especially when you line up the skills properly, you'll be able to take out a lot of the tentacles. So definitely try to incorporate characters that have good combo skills that hit a large portion of the screen. Same with active skills, because it really does help with getting rid of these tentacles. Or if you're fighting a boss like Beryl and she has the crystals spawning, it's the same principle. So now I'm just trying to get to a 15 combo so I can proc Aurora Time, because right now my health is really low and I can get as much healing in as I possibly can. That'd be very useful at this point. And I figured I may as well swap my captain to try to see if I can heal up. Hopefully this will help me get past this next turn. And this was really the first time I did it. I didn't realize that if you were doing regular attacks, you weren't able to hit the tentacles. Had I known that, I may have been able to put down a better score with that particular team. But then I was able to use that knowledge going into the other 3 matches that I did to finish out the Calamity Codex with the remaining teams. And the score actually happens to be not that bad. So there are different elements of this boss that you have to take into account, and I do suggest trying to use as many of the counter elements as possible on your 4 teams. Mix and match the teams, make sure you have DPS characters, a healer for some kind of sustain, and a few converters, because it does help out quite a bit with trying to set up combos. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. So I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.